Hi, Andy Joels here for VideoCreditScore.com. We're going to talk about expats and credit scores and how to establish a credit score when you have moved to the U.S. And this is a big topic for a lot of folks. Certainly have called me and said, hey, I'm really having trouble establishing credit here in the U.S. How do I do it? So first thing I want to point out is that basically what you look like in the U.S. is a recent high school grad. You're somebody who doesn't have any credit history at all. And so this is going to take 6 to 18 months to establish this. So be patient. It's going to take a little bit of time. And here's what I want you to do. First thing I want you to do is get a bank account. And not just any bank account. I want you to get a bank account like a checking, savings, some combination of those at a well-established national big full-service bank. And the reason for that is we're going to take advantage of some of their other services. So be aware that your accounts might be red flagged for like 90 days because of your non-citizen status. Talk to the bank about what their protocols are. You need to know this because in some countries, checks clear right away, and here it can actually take a little time. I don't want you to have an overdraft fee. So be mindful of that. Second thing is get a social security number. You got to do this because this is how the credit files are really dependent on figuring out how one John Smith is different from another John Smith is your social security number. So you want to make sure you're doing that. Next thing I want you to do is to get a secured credit card. A secured credit card is a credit card where you're putting down a security deposit with the bank. And I want you to apply for this to the same bank that gave you the bank accounts. And in this case, they're going to give you like a $500 credit limit. You're going to put $500 down as a deposit, and then I want you to start using that card. This is going to be the first piece that gets reported into building your credit file, so it's really critical. So after 4 to 6 months of using your secured credit card, here's what I want you to do. I want you to then apply for an unsecured credit card from the same bank. And the reason I say the same bank is not to just give one bank all your business. It's that your likelihood of being approved is going to be higher because they can look at your exact relationship with your secured credit card, see whether or not you really should be accepted in the application process. And so they're probably going to have a better, you're probably going to have a better bet being accepted from them. So once you get that, I also want you to consider getting a personal loan. Now, a personal loan you may or may not need, but you can get a personal loan for $500, $1,000, pretty small amount. And again, I want you to do this through your bank that you got the secured credit card from. And the reason for getting this is that this is an example of installment credit. Credit cards are revolving credit. Your credit file needs both to actually have a pretty good credit score. So this is a way for you to get an installment item on your credit file. So what about an auto loan? Well, if you're going to buy a car here in the U.S., then, and especially if you can buy it outright, don't buy it outright. What you want to do is get an auto loan and make payments and have those payments show up. Now, I'm not saying get a 4-year auto loan and just pay over 4 years. What I'm saying instead is what you want to do is get that auto loan and pay it off in 6 payments. You want to make payments once every month for 6 months, and that 6-month mark will give you the amount of history to get reported to the file. If you pay it off right away, it may not make it into your file. So go with 6 months, and that will really help you build your credit. And then you'll have revolving credit. If you got that personal loan, you'll have that, and an auto loan. You'll have 2 examples of installment credit. Your credit score will really start to build. So what about real estate? Well, everybody has a different opinion here. My opinion is I've seen people with great scores with real estate, with mortgage loans, and people with really good scores without them. I personally had a great score before I got a mortgage loan, and I have a great score now that I've got a mortgage loan. So unless you really want to buy property here in the States, I'd say it's not necessary to build out a great credit score. Now, this is sort of a chicken and egg thing, is once you've actually built out and done all the other steps, you're then going to have a better credit score, which is going to make a home more affordable. So that's something for you to consider kind of on your own. And this is a quick lesson, but I hope this is a helpful attack plan. If you want to learn more, come to VideoCreditScore.com, friend me up on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. See you soon. Remember, everyone's situation is different. Be sure to contact a financial advisor or a credit counseling professional before making important financial decisions. This video broadcast is for educational purposes and not a substitute for receiving personalized professional advice.